This video is my interpretation, my analysis, and the formation of a PETAL paragraph for my students. Anything I do or say is totally my brain. Okay, how are the gender expectations for men or women in the play Romeo? Oh, sorry, what? Sleepy. What are the gender? Ooh, wow, good English. Expectations of men/women in Romeo and Juliet. If I was smart, I would have written this up before I started the video. Okay, alright, so we go back to what we were talking about in our previous lesson, which is we've got our men versus women here. Strong heads of house. What says goes. Emotional. Obedience. I had a word I've forgotten now. Emotional obedience. They say weak, but anyway, let's not read into the misogyny right now. So, in a PETAL paragraph, it is P-E-T-A. Good, you're going to be able to read it L. Our points, our example, our technique, our analysis, and our link back to the question. This ETA can be in any order. Standard paragraph is probably about 200 words. So, if I want to think about what I want to talk about in my PETAL paragraph, if I want to really break it down, what are the gender expectations of men and women in Romeo and Juliet? So sometimes I like to start with my example first because I get a bit like, what could I talk about? Literally what we've talked about in videos previous. One of my points, if I just do a bit of a scroll. All right, one of our examples, we could talk about Capulet yells at Juliet. He uses a lot of short, sharp. I don't know what the technique for that is right now. Dang it. Where have I put my analysis sheet? Oh, of course, on the pile of paper. Give me a second. Oopsie diddly daisies. Right, here we go. Found them. Just... Alright. So, well, it is a blank verse, I suppose. Look, if you wanted to be lame, you could say dialogue. But I like to try and push myself. So, yeah, this is my elevator waiting music while I find something for you guys. Well, you could also a hyperbole, which is a description which exaggerates. Hyperbole. Oh dear, that's meant to be a P. Hyperbole. Calling his child a curse. You could even say imagery, you disobedient wretch. So you could pick any one of these three. You don't have to, or you can do all of these. You write it how you want to, but that's what I'd use, okay? And then I'd use that analysis and I'd link it back to expectations of the time. I'd link it back to, well, I mean, that's what was expected. You got married when you got married. That was the deal. So really just this expectations, and I try and draw it out a little bit more. To which a point and link, really your point is then repeated in your link. So, you know, like, therefore, that's what the triangle with the 3 dots means, by the way. I learnt that in history. Therefore, you know, this is, this hyperbole represents the expectation. Sorry. That, you know, Juliet will obey. Is that getting too low? Can you read that? Look, I understand it's horrific. I'm writing on a whiteboard that moves and on an angle, so I'm not like... Oh man, I'm tired. I've lost my texter. Oh, my students know I do this all the time. Found it. Okay, alright. So that is one of our examples we can do, because usually you make about 2 or 3 examples in the... 2 to 3 examples in the one paragraph. So our other example we could include is Juliet thinking about Romeo. And I'll just put stars. You know, cut my Romeo into tiny little stars. So again, which that's a bit extreme. So you could also call that a hyperbole. Everyone's just so extreme. Like, why are you going to be so extreme? This is full of hyperboles. Like, why are you going to... Hyperboles. Like, why are you going to cut up a person, stick him in the stars? But everyone should fall in love, put him in the heavens. So it shows her... Oh, where was the word? We gave you a brand new word, which I also learnt too. It was rhapsodic. All right, it was extreme. It was over the top. Like, get over yourself. But they're 14. They're, you know, like she's obsessed. It's like Twilight in 2010, The Hunger Games 2010, Harry Potter, and the movies came out from the, you know, first book 1997, first movie early 2000s, all the way to when was the final movie was released in final book was released in 2007. You know, like, just the obsessive time. And which, you know, like that feeds into the expectation, because that's what... You can't see that. Feeds into expectation. There. Because that's what was expected at the time, that women would faint, not because they were wearing corsets or cutting off blood supply, no, but because they were weak and needed sustenance and all that kind of whatever. So I hope this helps. I understand it's extremely messy, but I'm hoping my explanation helped to show my examples more than my scribbled notes. Email me if you need help, but not the weirdos on the internet. Bye.